Hello everyone, my name is Pris from Prisperuses and welcome to another video. As you can see from the title, the thumbnail and the teapots, it is that time of the month again. We are nearing the end of June. It's time to play some Topsy Turvy Teapot TBR. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, I will leave a playlist linked down below of my TBR game. This is a game I play to create a TBR for the month. I have done 2 editions. This is the 3rd so far. I will link a playlist down below, and in the very first edition that I did for my May TBR, you will find all the rules and regulations of this game. Talking about rules and regulations of this game, you all know that I have a tally. If I land on a teapot 3 times, I have to add another roll. However, you all suggested in the comments last month that the extra rolls that I roll for the game do not necessarily have to be on the tally. I did it last month and it bit me in the ass and I ended up with so many rolls. So when I saw the suggestion in the comments, it made a lot of sense to me. So I'm making that a new rule to be a little bit kinder to myself. So if we end up with any extra rolls, which we no doubtedly will, I'm not adding those rolls on to the tally. For the month of July, we obviously have Yalk. So reading wise, for the month of July, we of course have Yalk. I am so excited to meet all of you and it's gonna be amazing. Please do let me know down below in the comments if you're going to Yalk or not. And please, if you see me during Yalk and you want to come say hi, please do, because I would love to meet some of you. Then there are 2 things that are my main priority reading wise, and that is my own Pirates weekend and my sushi-a-thon, which I'm both doing with my Patreons. I will link my Patreon down below if you want to check it out. In the first week of July, we are doing a 3-day-long Pirates weekend where we are gonna read pirate books. I made a treasure map. We're gonna watch all the Pirates of the Caribbean movies because we love Johnny Depp in this house and it's going to be amazing. My sushi-a-thon is also gonna be fantastic. I made a menu card where all the sushis have been conveyed into reading prompts. I have Cece and Jess recruited as 2 team leaders. They're gonna battle it out with each other with my Patreons, and that is gonna be in the last full week of July, so the 25th until the 31st of July. I am so excited for both of these things. I will hopefully get some book for those readathons on there. And as I said, my Patreon is linked down below in the description if you are interested. But no pressure, of course. So other than that, I have like free reign. I have 2 books that I would like to get on this TBR. But if not, that's also quite alright. So basically I have a little bit of free reign this month, which is really nice because you all saw that last month was so intense. It was a ride. Speaking of last month, let's clear all these teapots away, look back on last month and then dive into the actual game. So of course in June it was whatever-a-thon, and it still is because I'm filming this on the 24th of June. I had a massive teapot TBR for June. We all know this. We saw this. Hang on. So this was my TBR for June. Oh my effing god. Bear in mind that I still have a week. Have I actually done it or not? Let's put these books back because I'm dying. So bear in mind that I still have a week. I can happily report that I slayed like a motherfucking dragon. The only book that I still need to read is The Unlikely Escape of Mariah Heap, and I'm starting this today. So you bet your ass that I will fucking finish this, and I have read all of these books. Okay, I'm very proud of myself. Damn, I've been absolutely slaying it with my reading this month, and this is not even everything that I read. I read extra as well. You just have to tune into my wrap up because oh my gosh, June was sensational reading month for me. But yeah, this is the last book that I'm reading for the TBR. I'm starting it today, so we're all good. I get a reward. Who would have thought that? No Toilet of Doom, but a reward from the candy house instead. And I am excited. Let us see what the candy house is bringing us. Let's go for this one. Let us see what it is. I'm excited. Yes. Treat yourself to a facial treatment this month. I am so gonna do this because I have not had those in forever. I am so excited. I am booking that as soon as I wrap up filming. Amazing reward. I am like so down. I think I absolutely deserve that. And I can book one before y'all can feel all like refreshed and my eyebrows will be like on fleek again. So I am so down for this. I am gonna book that as soon as I am done with filming. Alright, I have my little teacup ready. It's empty. We are good to go. Let's just play some Topsy-Turvy Teapot TBR for July. Let's go. Alright, the first roll for our July TBR. Let's go. And it is a 3, which means other. So this is what the tally currently looks like. And as I said before, I am not gonna tally the extra rolls. For our very first roll, we are adding a B to other, which means immediately that I have to add an extra roll. However, other can now be cleared. So for roll number 1, we landed on other, which is the British phone booth. Let us see what this teapot holds in store for us. Let's go. It's a little bit crumpled, but let's go for that one. Let us see what it is. This can work. This can work. Read the first book in a series. I have some that could work for this. Alright, that is the first prompt. Read the first book in a series. I have multiple options for this. I'm gonna have to take a look. Into our little teacup it goes. First prompt for July. Read the first book in a series, but it cannot be fantasy and it cannot be middle grade. So that was a little bit of a struggle, but I managed it, and I am picking Firefly Lane by Kristen Hanna. I read The Nightingale years ago, absolutely sobbed my eyes out, thought it was fantastic. Then last month I read The Great Alone, which was honestly I think my favorite book of the month, and I want to read more Kristen Hanna. And Rye from Rye's Book Corner has been urging me to read this and to pick this up. This is, I believe, a duology about 2 best friends. It's their coming of age story, it's their friendship together. There is some kind of betrayal in this, but I am like so dead excited because I love Kristen Hanna's writing. She makes you believe that these characters are real people and you mourn for them and you root for them, and it's just, oh, these books are absolutely beautiful. And this cover is also like stunning. Like, will you look at that? It's just absolutely beautiful. So yeah, it is the first in a series, in a duology, and I am so excited to pick this up. I cannot wait to tell Rye all about it. I am going to be destroyed. I know this for a fact. There are gonna be many tears shed. This is also a Netflix adaptation, so I might watch that as well. We shall see. I am so excited to pick this one up because honestly, I just want all the Kristen Hanna in my life. I had to put up some really hard restraint to not throw my entire TBR for June out of the window to pick this up. So if I could put this on my July TBR, I would, and I'm doing it. So I'm very happy that this has made it onto the TBR and I'm gonna be reading this in July. Roll number 2. Let's see what we are getting. And it is a 2, and that means middle grade. I like this one. We are adding a B for roll 2 onto middle grade, which means again an extra roll. Oh my lord. For the second roll we landed on Mrs. Potts, and we love Mrs. Potts in this household. She doesn't come up quite often, but this time she did. Let's go for this one. I'm excited to read a good middle grade. Ooh. Read a book set in a country that you want to visit. Well, there are multiple countries that I would like to visit, but I'm just gonna have to do some research on this. And our second prompt goes into the little cup. A middle grade set in a country where I would want to live. I am stretching this a little bit, because it does not necessarily state that it has to be a existing country, does it? So therefore I am picking up the Dragon Tea Tapestry, because I would like to visit this country where they have tea dragons. This is so cute. This is the 3rd installment in the Tea Dragon graphic novels. This is a middle grade graphic novel, and honestly it is absolutely stunning. The art style is gorgeous. It's all about this country land where they have tea dragons. They make like tea from the like little horn plants that grow on the dragons, and it's honestly the cutest thing. This is going to be such a cute, light, fluffy read. Maybe like on a cozy evening when it's like raining, and it's tiny, so perfect for like a palette cleanser between all the heavy books in, and just making me feel like so good. And it's just like a hug in a book. It's like wrapping yourself into this cozy blanket. This series is absolutely incredible, and I cannot wait to pick this up. Roll number 3. Let's see what we get. And it is 3 again, which means another prompt from the pot other. For roll 3 we are adding a B to other, which is absolutely fine. Now for the 3rd roll we landed again on other, which is again the trusty British phone booth. I'm digging deep. That's what she said. This one. Let's see what it is. Ah! That is really funny. Read a sequel. And we just had from also the other part, read the first in the series. So that's hilarious. Prompt number 3 in the little teacup. Read a sequel, which goes hand in hand with the other prompt, which I picked Firefly Lane for. So should I pick up the sequel of Firefly Lane? Outrageous! But that's what I'm doing. I do not own a copy yet of Fly Away. It's called Fly Away by Kristen Hanna. It's the sequel of Firefly Lane. I will put a picture up here. I am gonna do this. I'm gonna read this duology. I will make a dedicated vlog out of it, because I feel like I'm gonna cry and cry and cry and cry. We're gonna do this in July. I am so excited. I am here for it. And I'm gonna buddy read the second one with Rye, because she has not read the second one yet, because she was like so traumatized after the first one. So this is going to be fantastic. Yes, break me into a million pieces, Kristen Hanna. I am ready. Roll number 4. Let's see what is in store. Number 2, again, another middle grade. I am not mad about this at all. For roll number 4, we are adding a B to middle grade, which has also just been cleared, so we're fine. Only fantasy is in danger. For roll 4, we are back to Mrs. Teapot again, and I'm excited. Oh, I love Mrs. Teapot. Grabble, grabble. This one took me a while. I'm getting good vibes of this one. I'm gonna have to text Jade. Read a book inspired by Jade picking an oracle card. I'm gonna have to text her. A very interesting prompt. I am slightly scared, but we'll see what happens. Into the little teacup it goes. So I texted Jade and she kindly picks me an oracle card in between all her busy doings with Finn and work and everything. So she sent me a photo and the card that she picked was from the Prism deck. I asked for the Prism deck because I own that same deck, so I could show you the card. And the card that she picked was Faith. And the book that I'm choosing to go along with this card is Raven Winter by Susanna Bailey. You can see that the color scheme is quite aligning, so that's good. But also Faith, it makes me think of Susanna Bailey's books because I love her books. I loved Snowfowl and Otter Moon. She writes just really beautiful middle grade stories about these beautiful friendship between children and animals. So they're basically putting faith within animals. And honestly, this looks so adorable. This is about a girl that is developing this beautiful friendship with a raven. And honestly, this looks so incredibly cute. It's tiny, so we're good to go. And I am just dead excited to read this. This is going to be amazing. Roll number 5 gives us 1, and that is fantasy, and I am very happy that this one came up. So we're adding a B to that, and we have 3, so we're adding an extra roll. Then for roll number 5 we landed on my favorite pot, which is the fantasy pot. I'm very excited to be drawing from the Witch's Brew. Oh, let it be a good one. We can work with this. Read a book that is currently on your TBR card. I have many on there. There are some on there that I already read, but there also are some there that I would like to prioritize within the year. So I'm gonna have to take a look. Prompt number 5 goes into the little teacup. Pick a book that was on my TBR cards. And luckily, I am a smart little bean. So what did I put on my TBR card in advance? City of Ashes. Hey, this was one of the 2 books that I really wanted to get on because I am doing a shadow along with my Patreons, and for the month of July we are reading City of Ashes, the 2nd book in the Mortal Instruments. So in advance I put this on my TBR card because I was like, I'm gonna be needing this soon. And I'm just such a smart bean. So yes, this works perfectly. I'm putting it on there. Hell to the yes. Roll number 6, which would normally be our last roll, but of course it isn't. And it is a 5, and that means Pris's pot. And the very last roll that counts for the tally was Patreon pot, and that one was safe. So this is how the tally now looks like. I'm liking this. It's nice and clean. We're taking this with us for next month. For the last regular roll, we landed on my own pot, which is the penguin. Penguin is always nice to me. This one. Let us see, what is it? What is it? Oh, oh, oh. Ooh. Read an epic high fantasy, baby. We do love some high epic fantasy in this household, so that shouldn't be a problem. It goes in the teapot. So for high epic fantasy, I could go many different ways, different directions. But you know what I was thinking like last night when I was in bed? I was thinking I should read the David Bad trilogy in July and make a vlog out of it. So I'm putting on City of Brass and I'm excited. I'm excited. I've been meaning to read the series for the longest time. The longest time. I think I actually started City of Brass once upon a time. I don't know what the fuck happened, but for some reason I put it down. I don't know why. I cannot like remember why. I don't think I was hating it or anything. I want to read this trilogy. I've been hearing amazing things about this trilogy, and because it's like all like desert vibes, I think this is a good read for July. So we're binging the trilogy. We'll make a vlog out of it because we have zero chill in this household. And I am that excited. I'm getting like Egyptian vibes from this, like maybe a little bit Aladdin vibes. I am here for it. I want to read it. I've also heard that this series is inflicting a lot of pain on everyone. So I am so excited. I am hoping this will maybe become a new favorite series. And yeah, I'm just that excited to be reading City of Brass. So we have 3 extra rolls this month. Let us go with roll number 7. And it is a 2. That means middle grades. We are having loads of middle grades and I'm living for it. And for our first extra roll, roll number 7, we landed on Mrs. Potts again. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Let's go for one that's a little bit on the top. This one. What is it? Oh, this works really well. Read a book with a sea animal on the cover, which works really well for my pirate weekend as well. So I'm definitely combining those two. And into the teacup it goes. Now for a middle grade with a sea animal, I had to take a look in the middle grade section if I had any middle grades with sea animals on the cover, because it is a quite specific prompt. But then I found something and I was like, yes. And that is Julia and the Shark. I am so excited to read this because I know both Gavin and Steph absolutely love this. I picked this up whilst I was at Steph's, so I was like, oh, this looks good, and Steph was immediately you have to read that, you have to read that. So on the back it says the follow. My name is Julia. This is the story of the summer I spent on an island living in a lighthouse. The summer I almost lost my mom and found a shark older than trees. Don't worry though, that doesn't spoil the ending. Oh, this sounds so good. This sounds again just like Raven Winter, like such a cute story between children and animals, and I am here for it. Also, this works really well for my Pirates weekend, so I am just buzzing. I am so excited to be reading this. And again, it's quite short. I'm getting all these short books on my TBR. What the hell is happening? But yeah, I'm so excited to be reading this. Julia and the Shark. Roll number 8. Let's go. And it is 5. That means Pris's pot. For roll number 8, we landed again on Pris's pot. Penguin. Penguin. Note, note. Can I hear a note, note? Can you give me a note, note in the comments? Let it be a good one. Let it be a good one. Oh! Read a 5-star prediction. I did a video on this, so I'm going back and see what was on there because I can't remember. But yes! And there goes prompt number 8. We only have one more to go. So I had a little look at my 5-star prediction list and I picked one book that I really wanted to read in July, and that is Under the Whispering Door by TJ Klune. I cannot believe I still have not read this. I have put this on so many TBRs and I'm just so excited to be reading this. This is about death, second chances, crossing over from the living to the dead. and it sounds really heartbreaking to me. I love The House in the Cerulean Sea, so I think I'm gonna be loving this too, and I'm just so excited to be picking this up, and I'm definitely gonna read it this time. And then the very last roll for our July TBR. Let's make it a good one. And it is number 6, and it's the Patreon pod. Woohoo! And then the very last roll for July. We managed to squeeze in the Patreon pods. I do really like the Patreon pods. It's just so much fun. Grabble, grabble. Grabble, grabble. Ah, I'm tangled. This one. What could it be? Many options for this. Read a book seen on social media, and this was submitted by Deb. So many books could work for this, so thank you so much for your prompt, Deb, and of course for being a lovely Patreon. And the last prompt goes into the little cup. So a book that I've seen on social media lately is a book that I also really wanted to get on this TBR, and that is The Stardust Thief. I will put a picture up here. I do not have my copy yet. I will probably pick it up at Yalk. I am so excited to be reading this because I've been hearing nothing but amazing things about this book. And I know Jess absolutely loved it. She gave it 5 stars. She was ranting on and on about it. It's just perfect because it's also my Patreon book club read for June and July. And Deb submitted the prompt as a Patreon. So this makes perfect sense for me to pick up The Stardust Thief. And I am so excited to be reading this. Look at that TBR. That is way more manageable than last month. I am so excited for all of these. This does not include The Stardust Thief and Fly Away, but I will be getting my hands on both of those very soon. So yeah, this looks like an amazing TBR. I am so excited to be reading all of these. I am absolutely happy with how this turned out. Nice and calming. It's nice. Very nice. That was it for today. That is my Topsy Turvy Teapot TBR for the month of July. Do let me know down below in the comments, have you read any of these books that I am going to be reading? What are you most excited to read in July? I want to know everything about it. Do let me know down below in the comments. If you have enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I am gonna leave you for now, but me and my trusty teapots will get back to you next month. Bye!